to feel guilty and victimize myself when a target is not met. It's not met. It's not met. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. So
Definitely. I guess that's part of your self-actualization maybe as well, that in former times you might have beaten yourself up for not having reached your target, and now you can say it's okay.
yeah, and also my goal is also to get my loved ones into this spiritual pathway, which of course it was a tough journey last year, but hand on heart, I do see light at the end of the tunnel, because I'm expanding in frequency, and I'm, sort of emitting that vibration. So it is picked up. And when you meditate, you get your answers, isn't it? Your
Definitely,
answers.
definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sumathi. Srida also has a beautiful answer written or thoughts shared. We react differently or don't react, but consciously respond to the same situation. Srida, I really like this thought of getting aware whenever we respond instead of reacting to something that we in former times have been reacting to, we get aware of our self-actualization. Thank you. That's beautiful, actually. And Kinari is also sharing, most of the time I feel happy and peaceful, don't get upset in small things, try to accept people and situations as they are. So this also sounds like a lot of responding and conscious action that helps you, is that you probably is your self-actualization and where your self-actualization lies in. Thank you, Kinari. Madhvi, please share with us, what are your thoughts about it, and share with us ideas on how can we get aware and conscious on our self-actualization that we have done, because I really find that so important. Normally we kind of not get aware of the progress we make. Today we feel differently, but there is nobody consciously saying to us, by the way, you did a lot of progress there, right? How do you make yourself aware of self-actualization?
And actually, the questions what you keep is so interesting and so nice. Actually, it makes us so positive to think and learn. You really, I am actually waiting. I lose sometimes the dance because of you. Actually, every Thursday, Wednesday and Thursday is the dance class in the evening. I try to, I was like compromising. Should I go to the dance? That is also like, like cheering up. And should I compromise for Jana? Like, Wednesdays and Thursdays. Yeah. So, yeah. So, what I understood in my journey was I was really upset, sad. I feel so joyful now. Not because of I achieved something, but I learned it in that quiet journey because I lost so many people. I lost my country. I mean, not lost in the sense that I'm not living there anymore. I lost my son because it is always bright and shiny, warm. All those, it's kind of, I lost like when I came here and I'm like upset because, yeah. But now I really understand the journey of, I'm not losing anything actually. Really, I'm learning a lot day by day and really getting the knowledge why I traveled all the way. The search, that urge and the search is like coming to a conclusion for me, saying that, hey, this was your search and this was your the goal and the destination. And I feel so happy about it. Had so many questions actually, so many questions. I also feel sometimes, why did I in the cold country? Because I like Subha. It's been 15 years because I like sun so much, early morning suns, and the weather in the India is so nice, peaceful and cozy and friendship and the families. It's so much life actually. When it comes here like cold, dark, people are not meeting. So why did I choose, or why did my fate made me to come here all the way, even though I have succeeded or I had a good job, I have it. And I'm like, everybody thinks that you are a successful woman, Madhvi, but still inside is somewhere it's depressing, it's upsetting.
Mm.
But now from the inside, it is knowing the knowledge, and I could gain that wisdom and that search of mine. And that way I could really see what is me back and what am I now.
Mhm.
So I can really see like black and white.
Beautiful.
Completely. And thank you
Beautiful.
so much for this question, actually.
A pleasure, a pleasure. So, Madhvi, would you say that I try to bring it in a nutshell a bit, though there is a lot in what you said. But would you say that I get it right when I say whenever you get aware of something you learned, you get aware of your self-actualization? Whenever you get aware of the wisdom that grew inside of you, that you get aware of your self-actualization?
Yes.
Great.
Yeah, this is a period of learning,
Mm-hmm.
because back in the the past, we're upset and down, and I lost many things. Yeah, like mom and dad and everything. Obviously, it's a loss. Nobody can fulfill that, or nobody can replace those things. But meantime, I try to understand that loss and try to understand and try to also gain myself that Madhvi, it's not loss. It's there within you.
Mm-hmm.
It was never lost, actually. So to understand that, it took so much of time, actually, because what you have, you will never lose it. Actually, it's within you.
Mm-hmm.
That actually, even mom and dad also, they're lost, but they are within you because their genes are there with us. The blood is within.
Mm-hmm.
So to realize that, it's something different. Yeah, that is what I learned it actually in the period of time. It took so many years to understand that. And that, yeah, that's a reason why I think I'm so happy and joy. And I could see myself like back and black and white. What was I before and what was I am now?
Mm-hmm.
I feel every minute and every breath, it's like joyful and happy.
Beautiful. Thank you,
Yeah,
Madhvi.
thank you so much for the
And like
question.
your energy is radiating again. So the joy is also is radiating. Thank you for
Yeah,
sharing
thank
your
you.
joy every time you are here in the session as well.
Yes, thank you.
Mamata writes, I have learned not to interfere in any relationship, maybe son, daughter, just I am connected. So I would say Mamata knows that there is the self-actualization, or gets aware and is conscious about her self-actualization whenever she gets aware again that she's not interfering in a situation that she might have interfered in former times. Thank you. Two hands risen. Madhu, Ram, who of you would like to share something? Ram.
To be part of this consciousness classes, Jana.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, as far as this topic is concerned, in a journey when we are traveling, we know how far we have arrived by looking at the signposts of how many kilometers far is our destination,
Mm-hmm.
or even indicating if we are going in the right direction. And through the path, what I learned is thanks to all the masters that I have been hearing, and thanks to their personal experiences I kept hearing, and the books that came by, I understood that all is well. All is always well.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, as far as that particular statement is not lived in any given moment of time, I realize there is something else to learn, something else to grow. So my, signpost
Mm-hmm.
of growth is this statement, all is well. And whenever I know and I live and I feel within my being that all is well, I know I'm there. It is not that I'm always in that moment, but I always remind myself to carry that that energy, to carry that understanding.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I notice myself again that certain things are not nice, certain things are uncomfortable, I always go back to that signpost. And instantly sometimes, or it takes sometimes some time to understand certain dynamics and realize that, yes, even in that particular point of time, all was well. So for me, this sign of self-awareness is all is well.
Beautiful. So if I get it right, your conscious awareness of your self-actualization, you can always find it whenever you either feel that all is well, or you either, if you not feel that way, find the reminder of that, or let's say maybe also the affirmation, and find the reminder to and make yourself back there. And also when you look backwards to things that you maybe not have understood at that time, but now get aware that all was well at that time as well. So everything around the, let's say, the quote or affirmation or the sign of all is well gives you awareness of your self-actualization. Did I get that right?
Yeah. Yes, Jana.
Great. It's a really strong and powerful reminder. Thank you. That's amazing. Vindhya, you also want to share with us. Please unmute yourself.
I don't know. We're taking a lot of time. Do you have time? Are we eating into your meditation time?
This is
Lot.
look. We have an hour, and we sharing is as important as meditation. So I love to share as long as we share and exchange and get wisdom from there. And after that, we meditate. So
Yeah.
please, I would love
Beautiful
to hear.
sharing. Again, like how Madhavi and others are saying, your questions are all deep, and I love the answers, which are even deeper from everybody. So thank you for bringing it up. You're making us introspect, right, as you're asking these questions. I, from a couple of years, I've been meditating, but seriously from 1 year, I think a totally different me from last year to this year. So since a year. So if you ask me to compare, there's a lot of difference. I'm trying to figure out how to say. I've connected with myself so much more now. Before there was Vindhya there, and I went through life, but now I'm actually living through life. Kind of, I'm connecting, feeling, thinking, what is it that I really want to do, and then do it, or something like that. Whereas I still am trying to go with the flow of life. I'm not trying to go against it. That's how I went through. But now I'm more aware of why I'm going through, or why it's happening, or things like that. So there's a lot more awareness. Or even if I said something to people, like, as a reaction, I immediately am aware of it. So I know this is, I'm reacting, not responding, that kind of thing. So everything that is, I catch myself, and I know that, I shouldn't be doing. So the next time, maybe, and of course, I'm much more happier. I can feel that there is definitely happiness inside. And one more thing I wanted to say was, I feel confident. I feel like I have this tool of meditation. Whatever you ask me, I feel if I meditate, I'll either get the answer, or I'll get the help, or anything. I'm in India right now. So I came, and this new COVID virus is everywhere. And unfortunately, I caught it too. I mean, tested positive. There's nothing unfortunate about it. Actually, it just happened to be. And it's like a mild flu symptoms. I have I'm only thing I'm quarantined, but I'm even enjoying that, because I'm spending all my time on what I want to do. I'm actually getting 5-star treatment here. All the food is given to me. Everything is being done for me. So I'm having a good time. So I'm trying to say the confidence was inside me. I meditate, I'll be fine. Frankly, everybody else is also doing fine, but I'm just saying that confidence gave me more because of the meditation tool that I have in my hand, and the support of all, the souls that are around me. So that's the big difference for me. Before, if it was me, I would have panicked, and I would have uh, I don't know, panicked, meaning I would have been nervous, and I would have done things that I wouldn't want to, like, they made wrong decisions or something like that. But I stayed calmer comparatively this time. So I think thanks to the meditation. So that's the big difference in me. I have the confidence. Like, I think it's similar to what Ramji was saying, like all is well and how he feels. I feel because of what I'm doing, I'm on the path, I'm on the right path, and all will be well, or all I can make it better, or what things like that. I have that confidence. And lastly, I've been reading a lot of books too. So this quote, I don't know if it is actually with what we are saying, but I loved it. I had posted it somewhere else before too. It is by Saint Kalidasa. It said, "Yesterday is a dream. Actually, yesterday is but a dream. Tomorrow is only a vision. But today, well lived, makes every yesterday a dream of happiness and every tomorrow a vision of hope." So, bringing it back to our today. So, how we live in the moment, or how we use our today. So, it doesn't matter what yesterday was or what tomorrow is. I think that's the wisdom I see in this and hope to follow.
Wow. This is really powerful, Vindhya. This is really the quote you just mentioned. There is
I know, isn't it?
so much wisdom in it. And indeed, the decision of whether yesterday is a positive memory, or as you said, a happy dream,
Dream.
and whether tomorrow is a vision to look forward to or something to be scared of, is all the power is all in the now, and in how we, if we today, as you just said, go through life, or if we today live life. So there is the difference about the vision of the future and the memory of the past as well. Yes. Wow. Thank you, Vindhya.
Yeah, I just read the quote. So, thanks to Kalidasa. So, that's it.
Very powerful. And I also really loved the sentence. And this is what I was actually writing down very, very briefly, just because I really found it so spot on when you said, in former times, I went through life and now I live life. This is where you get aware of your self actualization, that you get aware and see the difference, how you now live life and engage with life in terms of maybe hustling through life in former times.
People,
Mm-hmm.
I was always a people's person, but now even more aware of it. So,
That is really huge. Thank you. And everything you said was, to me, was like the way you now live, in terms of you live life, makes you aware of the abundance of life. So in a way, if we only go through life or hustle through life, we're not aware of the abundance. And from there might come scarcity. But living life in the connection that you just also explained brings the connection to the abundance of life that results in the confidence that you talked about. This is that what somehow came up to me. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe it's different. I just wanted to share that thought that came
you're
up
making
from
more sense
somewhere.
than what I said. So, thank you. I
No,
think you're putting
you totally made
clarification.
sense. You totally made sense. It was really beautiful. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
So Sumathi also shared with us to be able to accept the non-achievement of goals and targets that is meant to be, and the universe has other plans. Yes, I think very true again, Sumathi. If we get aware of being able to accept, which in a way also is all is well again, right? Accepting a non-achievement of goals and targets. We're back at Ramer's all is well. This also brings us awareness of self-actualization compared to how we might have been in former times. Thank you. And I came up with the topic because I personally also find it interesting to think about how can we find a conscious awareness of, let's say, progress we have made in life, right? We have always been a really good version. There is no bad version of ourselves, but there is constant self-actualization and a new version of ourselves. And sometimes being this new version might even feel like not having made progress because we get used to this new version. And this is why I wanted to ask this question, because many times when I work with people in my coaching work, it's one thing that I do is supporting them in getting aware of their progress. And I wondered about ways that you have to find the awareness for progress and for self-actualization yourself. So thank you all. Maybe something I just share briefly is that I have a little glass similar to a vase, and it's from glass, so it's you can watch all through it. And whenever I get aware of something where I find self-actualization within myself, I take a little piece of rice and put it in the jar or in this glass, in the vase. And so whenever I look at this vase, I see all the moments of awarenesses of self-actualization that I have had before. And that makes me, in a visual sense, also aware again on my growth, on my self-actualization, and also on the things to be grateful for to myself, as we all can be really grateful to ourselves for the self-actualization that we go through. And the beautiful quote of Jay Shetty that I would like to share at this point is, the only comparison that counts is you today compared to you yesterday. So this might help in case of us being tempted to compare ourselves with someone else. Anything else you would like to share? Vindhya, yes, please.
It's funny you mentioned Jay Shetty. I'm reading his book, Think Like a Monk, right now. So just thought I'll share that. Yeah,
Yes.
I like that book. It's very nice. It's a lot of practical suggestions in there. So,
yeah, I read it in the beginning of the year. I'm founding member of the Jay Shetty Certification School and went through the coaching training that the school offers. I did that last year.
wow.
No, not last year, 2020. And there is a lot of amazing wisdom around that that can be shared. And he has a lot to share as well. Very, very true. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot to share and practice. There's so much in here. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thanks for everyone who shared, and thanks for all the inspiring thoughts and your ways of practicing appreciation and consciousness for your self-actualization. And now I would like to guide us into meditation. So everyone, find your way into a comfortable position. This could be sitting or lying down, whatever feels best to you. If you decide for sitting, keep the spine slightly upright, not in a straining way, but so that the spine can move slightly, and that your chest can expand. With your next inhalation, gently close your eyes. Bring your awareness to your nostrils now and observe your in-breath and your out-breath for a moment. And take your time to fully arrive with your breath. Your mind might still be busy. That's okay. Just bring your awareness back to your nostrils and your breath whenever your mind distracts you. And now, let's go on a little journey together. As in front of your inner eye, you can see a meadow arriving, arising, coming up. Imagine yourself sitting on that meadow. Look around and take your time to see what you can observe. It doesn't matter if you see it clearly or sharp, or if you're just aware of it being there. Everything's perfect. It's about feeling that you're sitting on that meadow. What is it that you can see, or that you're aware of being there? Maybe grass, animals. What's the sky looking like? Can you see the sun? Are there trees or mountains? Find 5 things that you can see on your meadow. And what are 4 things that you can touch and feel? Maybe the wind on your skin, or the sun. Maybe the grass that you're sitting or lying on. Maybe a leaf. Maybe an animal. Or something totally different. What are the 4 things you can touch on the meadow? And what are the 3 things you can hear on your meadow? Maybe the wind, the sound of a specific animal, birds, insects, or maybe even the silence behind all noises. What three things do you hear? And coming back to your nostrils, what are the two things you can smell? Maybe the grass, the sweet fragrance of a flower, or maybe the smell that arises when the sun falls on skin. Whatever it is, inhale consciously what your meadow smells like to you with your inhalation. And simply let go of all stress and tiredness with your exhalation. With every inhalation, more and more of this safe space connects with your inner being. And with every exhalation, more and more, your physical being opens to fully engage with this beautiful space you're in. There's nothing to do, nothing to strive for or to achieve. Simply inhale all the life on your meadow until life itself unfolds in you. And with every exhalation, open up your physical being to connect with life as well. You get aware of the sound of water now. Gently get up on your feet and follow the sound closer and closer to the source. You find a little river running close to your meadow. Walk closer and sit down on the bank of the little river. Take your time to arrive and engage your view with the water, how it flows in its own steady, calm rhythm. The water comes into your sight, flows through your view and out of your sight again. It happens all in its own natural rhythm. See how some leaves float by on the surface. They come into your sight, flow through your view on the water, and stream out of your sight again. Pantares, everything flows. Just like your stream of thoughts. And in case your mind distracts you from watching the water and the river flow, just get aware of it. Step out of your thoughts. Pick the thought like a leaf. Take it into your hands. Lay it down on the river in front of you and watch it floating by. There is no need to act. This is your time of being the observer. You are on the bank of the river, watching the water flow into your sight, through your view, and out of your sight again. And whenever your mind pulls you into your stream of thoughts, find your way back to the bank of the stream. Smile at the distracting thought. Pick the thought up as a leaf and let it flow away on the stream in front of you. You always have the power to step out of the midst of the stream of thoughts and sit down on its bank, just like you do right now. And every thought that seems to stick with you, pick it up, this leaf, put it down on the surface of the stream, and watch it floating by. The stream flows in its own rhythm, unstoppable, without irritation. The only difference, how it appears to you, is if you're in the midst of this river, the stream, or sitting at its bank. Everything flows into your sight, through your view, and out of sight again. Antares, all is in the flow. And you observe it. It's time to get up now and make your way back to the meadow. Turn your view away from the river. Get up and walk back to this beautiful place of life where our little journey started. Take in some more breaths, inhaling all the senses of life, and exhale all the tension that keeps your body close from connecting with life. Slowly the meadow disappears in front of your inner eye, and you come back to the world that surrounds you, right here, right now. Spread your attention out in your body. Get aware of your arms, your hands, your fingers, and move your fingers. Bring your awareness to your legs, down to your feet, right into your toes, and move your toes. Take a deep breath in through your nose and let it go through your mouth. Another deep in breath through your nose and out breath through your mouth. And now let your breath return to its normal breathing pattern. And whenever you feel ready, at your own time, in your own pace, gently open your eyes. Thanks to all of you for having shared the meadow with me and for having accompanied me on sitting on the riverbank. If there's anything you would like to share, please feel free to write or to unmute yourself. And if that's not the case, that's totally fine as well. Thanks to all of you. I really liked the session and enjoyed all your insights and your wisdom, your experience, and the common time on the meadow. And I hope to see all of you next week. Goodbye.
Thank you so much, Jana. It's a wonderful meditation. I'm still in that. Yeah. Thank you.
I hope you found some sun and warmth on the meadow. I thought.
Yes. Every time when we breathe and every time you make us meditate, you can see the excitement before and after the meditation. You can see how calm and how soothing and how nice and happy inside.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful journey every time when we meditate.
Thanks for sharing, Madhvi.
Thank
Goodbye,
you.
everybody. See you soon.